everybody, Michael here for Premier Wrestling Enterprises. Hope everybody is doing fantastic today, and I appreciate you giving me a little bit of your time here on this video. Listen, as you can see right here in front of me, I've got some wrestling programs, magazines, and so forth, so I need to get these put into inventory, put in their storage boxes, put them back in their bags and boards, because to be honest with you, it's driving me insane knowing that they are not in them. Folks, if you collect magazines, programs, and so forth, please invest in bags and boards. You'll be glad you did. Okay, listen, I want to go ahead and show you these today. I've got kind of a hodgepodge of everything, and I think if you enjoy this type of wrestling memorabilia, programs, magazines, and so forth, this is a really, really varied little video here for you, because a little bit of everything. We're going to start off with a Smoky Mountain Wrestling ringside report. I'm just going to have to freehand this here with this this video, but ringside report. This is issue number, what does that say right there? Issue number 6. I purchased this from a gentleman here in East Tennessee, but I already have this. I already have the entire collection of Smoky Mountain Wrestling ringside reports. And I have a lot of them signed by the wrestlers that are in them in one form or another, but as far as pictures and pages and so forth. But anyway, just give you a little shot of this and show you what's in this program. There's a lot of ads in here, of course, which is how they paid for the program. Any of these TV stations ring a bell to you all? I watch Smoky Mountain Wrestling on the top 2. Channel 43 and Channel 5. Watched it Saturday and turned around and watched it Sunday. How could you get too much Smoky Mountain Wrestling? But anyway, so there's what that program looks like. Like I said, I already have this program, but I purchased I purchased that program for this right here. This was included in the listing. It is a small flyer for a show in Paintsville, Kentucky. I love stuff like this right here, folks. Any type of Smoky Mountain Wrestling advertisement, really any type of Smoky Mountain memorabilia, I want. So if any, and I'll just shoot straight with you. I paid $50 for the program and this little flyer right here, just for this flyer. I will turn around and resell that Smoky Mountain program. That won't be an issue. But I purchased the program for the flyer, and I do not have any problem with that whatsoever. So anyway, if anyone has Smoky Mountain Wrestling memorabilia out there and you want to purge that, contact me, Premier Wrestling Enterprises at gmail.com, or contact me over on Instagram. DM me over there on one of the 2 Instagram accounts. I would really appreciate it. All right, picked up this USWA program. Got the superstar Bill Dundee on the cover. And got an advertisement in here from New Albany, Indiana, from December. I believe this is from 1994, if I'm not mistaken. But nonetheless, got this for a super good price. So there's the lineup sheet. There's your official ratings, rankings, and so forth. Talking about Miss Texas in here, went on to be Jacqueline. And then, of course, there is the Kingfish, Jerry the King Lawler. So glad to add that to my Memphis program collection. This is a little bit of a unique one. WWA All-Star Wrestling Review. Now, you could consider this maybe a magazine, and maybe I consider this a program, and I'm okay with that, because this is from the Kansas City territory, and this is when they officially went over to the WWA. All-Star Wrestling introduces the World Wrestling Alliance. Okay, so anyway, this is when they changed over to try to sound like a big global phenomenon, just like Premier Wrestling Enterprises is. But anyway, so I'd never seen one of these before, and name change, still the same area, didn't do too well. But anyway, we know what happened to all the territories and so forth. But Got this for a really good price as well. I've had this for a while. Gosh, I bought this back at the end of July with some birthday money that I was given. So anyway, glad to add this WWA, the very first WWA program that they had, and glad to add this to the collection. Let's go way back in time. Some people don't consider these magazines. They consider them almost like a newsletter or so forth because they came out weekly and they only covered a specific area. But this is a magazine to me, Wrestling As You Like It. And as you can see who is on the cover, as far as I know, this is the very first piece of memorabilia. I'm going to set this phone down on the stand like I originally intended, and I'll try to show you. My hand's getting wobbly. It's a sign of old age, folks. But I'm going to attempt to show you the magazine like this. But anyway, Wrestling As You Like It. This is from July the 10th, 1954. But this is the very first piece of memorabilia that I know of that I have that has Gorgeous George on the cover. So I grabbed this, probably overpaid for it. What the heck? It's just money, right? And it says India Wrestling Report in here. So we're going to go across the waters. Well, I'm going to have to got to figure out a good way to show these videos, these magazines. I need to get one of those overhead stands so I can put my phone on it. Might be a good investment. But anyway, a lot of writing in here, so you won't see too many pictures. But anyway, I like these magazines. Years and years ago, I bought a lot of 5 or 6 of these for like $10 for the entire lot, and I thought, wow, this is great. And at that time, they were the oldest pieces of memorabilia that I had in my collection. But anyway, you can't get lots of 5 or 6 of these for $10 now, that's for sure. But I do have a few of these, and I like to build on this collection a little bit. They run anywhere from $25 to $50 a piece or so. But again, they're from the 50s, and I'm glad to have this in the collection because, like I said, I believe it's the first piece that I have that has Gorgeous George on the cover. Okay, the last thing I'm going to show you is something that I am super stoked about. This may mean absolutely nothing to some of you guys, but to me, it's one of the best pieces I have in my collection right now. This is an advertising piece of memorabilia for the Fabulous Kangaroos, Roy Heffernan and Al Costello, the world-famous tag team champion wrestlers, okay, from Australia and New Zealand. But this is a piece of propaganda that they would send out to promoters to try to get themselves booked in areas. From what I understand, I am not a wrestling historian. I do not consider myself a wrestling historian. Some people do, but I don't. I'm a curator, is what I think, and that makes it sound big time too. I'm a collector, folks. I spend a lot of money on wrestling memorabilia. And if I told you what I bought this for, you wouldn't believe it. I'll go ahead and tell you I bought it for $20. Shipped. $20. But anyway, this is a piece of advertising material that the Fabulous Kangaroos would send out in order to get themselves booked all over the world. And there's some information about them, some places that they have been. Of course, obviously, some pictures here of them in action and some pose shots and so forth. World famous, it says. World famous Fabulous Kangaroos. And then here on the back, there is their permanent addresses. So if you needed to contact them, you got to get a hold of them in the Australia and the New Zealand and fight the Kangaroos for them, or on tour where they were currently at, where they were staying, and where you could get in touch with them. They would write that there. Folks, like I said, this may mean absolutely nothing to you guys. Years ago, Jim Cornette showed a wall chart that the Fabulous Kangaroos produced, which showed them conducting various wrestling holds and maneuvers and so forth. I've always wanted one of those. Saw one came up one time on eBay, one time in all the time that DVD has been out, and was not able to purchase that. But anyway, so when I found this, I saw, and how I ran across this on eBay, I will have no idea. But anyway, I'm glad that I did. $20 shipped, actually talked the seller into a lower price, if you can believe that. Actually, all of these, with the exception of, I think, the Smoky Mountain program, I got for cheaper than what the original listing was. Anyway, that's what I have for you today. Very long-winded video, dadgum 10 minutes, but I hope y'all enjoyed looking at these programs and magazines. This is one of the highlights of my collection and of my collecting. Yes, I do a lot of collecting of wrestling relic cards and so forth, but if I could only collect one thing as far as wrestling memorabilia goes, it would be programs and certain magazines. So anyway, again, I hope you enjoyed the video. Leave me a comment below. What do you think about this little haul here that I accumulated over the last couple of months? Hit that thumbs up button if you don't mind, and hit that subscribe button. I'd really appreciate that as well. All right, folks, I'll have another video for you soon. Thank you for joining me today, and we'll talk to you later. See ya!